What's up, everyone, and welcome to Off the Top with Eric Paris and Red. I am one of your hosts, Eric, and joining me tonight are
Your boy P.
And it's your boy Red.
Detroit Lions in this bitch, fellas. How does it
Hell yeah.
feel? How does it feel?
Hell yeah. we
Man,
talking our shit, man. We talking our shit.
Yeah, it's a cause for celebration, boys. You know what I'm trying
We
to
got the good
say.
shit. Hold
You know what I'm
on.
trying to say. Know what I'm trying to say.
I got some shit over there somewhere. Hold on.
me and my
Hold on.
water, you know.
Yeah,
I got some dark tonight. Some dark.
It's been a long time coming. Cheers,
Yeah.
cheers to the cameras, boys. This is
Yeah.
it's pretty fucking incredible. Like how the mood of not even just like Detroit, but like the state has changed since the
Facts.
beginning of the football season. It's
Mhm.
honestly unreal. For those tuning in, the Detroit Lions defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the divisional round. They will be facing the winner, or excuse me, the San Francisco 49ers in the semifinals leading up to the Super Bowl. So this hasn't been done since 1991, and it's fucking huge. You know, it's awesome. You know, can't state enough like how much this means for everybody in the state. You know.
Oh
Big
yeah, for sure.
facts.
And then I seen that that last game brought $20 million to Michigan.
We
Yeah,
need
for
that
real.
shit. We need that shit.
Yeah, like it's you get the people coming in, traveling to flying in to see the games. They got to go to
Yeah.
hotels. Oh, what else? What are we gonna do? We're gonna go to the restaurants. We're gonna go shopping. We're gonna
Uh-huh.
go to the casinos. Like it just brings life into the state. And we love to
Facts.
see that.
And it's
Especially
not like the angry life. You know what I'm saying? It's the
yeah,
everybody happy, everybody drinking, everybody
yeah,
just enjoying this shit. That's why I'm loving it right now. It's a good positive energy floating through this bitch.
But
yeah,
if we
yeah,
would have lost, Sutton would have got fucking. Mm.
No, this
yeah.
ain't like Boston and the, what's that other damn game? Them hockey games where they want to burn half the city down.
Oh
That
yeah,
ain't
yeah,
happening here.
This would have been solely for one person.
yeah. I've I've notably given Cam Sutton a lot of grief over the past couple games, but I am willing to put that away. A win's a win. I'll accept it.
A win's a win.
Um, but yeah, Sutton, what the fuck, dude?
Bro,
What the fuck?
that's what made me
Uh,
nervous. Like I would admit that I have stopped being a Lions fan since 2016, but it was only because they gave me so much heartache that I couldn't take it. Like that was extra stress.
Heartache.
Dog,
oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
heartache. Like
I
I
get
was
that.
stressed. So
Damn.
I told my dad I can't watch it no more. I can't. Like, and then we had what 6 7 years of a losing streak.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I can't do it. And then last year, they kind of gave us hope, but I was like, I was kind of one of those. It was like being in an abusive relationship where he's like, are they good? Are they better? Should
right.
I put my toe in it? Should I, I
Yeah,
was straddling the fence like,
yeah, yeah.
hey.
It's like getting back in a relationship. Like, should I put myself out there or do am I ready to get hurt again? Like,
Right, yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
hey, even however this season ends, it was a good run because
oh yeah,
you never
For
thought to see
sure. For
this
sure.
in your
yeah,
wildest dreams. Like the
yeah,
Lions, like they was always a laughing stock in the NFL.
yeah,
So
yeah.
That's
It's
why
nice
I'm glad I don't watch sports. I'm just enjoying this shit like it's the first
as it
time for
happens.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just loving it. Y'all motherfuckers been sad
yeah.
for 30 years
That
straight.
is that is a healthy way to do it. I've been
Yeah.
like I've been a cautious fan. Like
Okay.
I'm ride or die Detroit even if they suck. Like
Facts.
fucking Detroit City Football Club. This is a minor league team. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not that serious. But like with the Lions, I am that guy that's like, I don't see it, guys. I don't see it. They could have won by 50, and I'm like, I don't know. The 49ers are going to be a tough
and he's
matchup.
not lying, y'all, because when he say he's a Detroit fan, he still root for the Pistons, and he's been riding
Oh,
for the Pistons as long as I known him.
hell yeah, Cade Cunningham supremacy. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, so
Kate
when he
Cunningham
say he a
supremacy.
diehard, he believe him, folks,
Yeah,
because I was laughing at him for believing in the Pistons at any point
yeah.
since I've known him. I was like, he was like, no, these guys, they got kids, they got to grow up, you got to believe in the process. I was like, fuck the process,
I stand by.
sell the team, like,
I stand by all of that.
Yeah,
and
so he genuine.
I can also say sell the team. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, as far as like the Lions go, like I have been, like, I knew fans, my buddy Mitch, he completely disowned the Lions. He grew up being a Lions fan. Him and his dad would be fucking, you know, cheering at home every single game, watching that shit, and then just being devastated after, to the point where he is now a somewhat happier Seattle Seahawks fan, you know. And even now the Lions are doing good, he still doesn't see himself as a Lions fan. He was like, "Hey, I'm happy for you guys." It's like, ooh, like
Mhm.
Damn,
that's
he
a
left it
different
and
type
never
of
came
bitter.
back.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a different type of bitter.
I was on that same boat for a while, but
God
Yeah,
damn.
that's
and
why I
I
can't.
go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, even with them winning, I still can't put myself fully in the boat because I'm trying to guard myself from being hurt.
Mm,
Mm.
Like whenever, when I was watching this game and I seen that they got a touchdown, I was watching it. As soon as I seen the other person get a touchdown, I turned it off
yeah, yeah.
because
Uh,
I was trying to guard my emotions.
yeah, I'm definitely superstitious. I got that from my mom. So like, legit, I did not watch the first half. I didn't turn on the game until we were up by 14. I turned that bitch on. We gave up a score. We were only up by 8. I'm like, fuck, like, I'm cursed, you know?
Turn it back off. Turn it back
Yeah,
off.
I was gonna text you and ask you to turn that shit off, boy. I knew he was watching it. I
No,
was
no,
like,
no.
I feel it.
But like, I stuck it out because I was like 8 minutes. You know, it's only like I think it was like 3 minutes or 4 minutes left. I'm like, we can run out the clock, and we did. That ends up being what's happening before we get that big interception. You know, but yeah, like this is it. It feels different. It's huge for the area.
Shit, we won the last game on the interception, didn't we?
No, we ran out the clock. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we ran that back out.
Yeah,
No, I'm
we
saying we got an interception before we took the knee, didn't we?
no. We got a couple big blocks, and then they kicked off, and
Or
then
oh, that must have been
we
regular season. I know we got
yeah
an interception. So yeah, never mind.
yeah we got a big fourth down conversion,
Mm.
um, and then I think Amon Ra got that, and then victory formation. But yeah, this is huge. So like, have you guys, like, what's kind of been the, like, have you been noticing like this Detroit Lions kind of vibe, like, out and about, or is it, you know, people still like you said, P, like, people are kind of nervous, more reserved, not going to put it out there
Yeah,
yet, like,
people in the hospital are cautiously optimistic.
okay,
It's like they, like me, straddling the fence because you really got your guard up. Like these are
yeah,
all. Cause I've been waiting to say the same old Lions all
yeah,
fucking year. That shit been in my back pocket like a fucking gun. Like, hey,
yeah,
same old Lions. I was,
yeah.
well, hey
It's
man,
it's on the clipboard in the phone, ready to go. Like,
bro,
you're just
got
waiting
the
for the
got the post ready, just
right.
ready to hit send. But I can't
I
say
got
same
a
old Lions because even if they lose, they never made it this far
Yeah.
in my
yeah.
lifetime. So
I
I
got an
can't say
uncle
it.
that talks shit like that 24/7. But he represent the fuck you Dallas Cowboys to the
Mm,
day he
Oh
died.
yeah, well
yeah.
he
And
can.
he man, he talks so much shit about us. He always call us like kittens. If he see anybody with the Lions jersey on, fuck you doing with that jersey on, boy? Like he one of them. I'd be
Damn.
like, God damn, bro, is it ever that serious? Like rep your
Yeah.
shit. Why
Shit.
you gotta tell me to take mine off?
Well he rocking the Cowgirls jersey now,
That's
Mm,
bro. I've been calling him a
mm.
cowgirl all season, bro.
huh?
I don't even watch this shit. I just want to tease him
I
every
don't
day.
see
I
how
see
they
him.
still America's team at this point. Like,
I don't think they are. They got that moniker during the '80s when they were on fire. You know,
Oh,
I
shit,
think.
it's
I mean,
Boston was America's team for
I,
real.
I, I think you've kind of seen that turn with Detroit because it's. I think they said the last game was the most watched football game since the previous Super Bowl. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I
mm,
mean, like, the NFL, like, if you go on the Detroit Lions subreddit, you know, and like go through like the different fan forums, the NFL by and large, like the fans of teams that aren't in it anymore, they want to
mm-hmm.
see Detroit win one, you know, and that's super dope to see, you know.
Just
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the people that's left, we don't even one that didn't,
Yeah.
Damn.
unless
Well,
the Bills win their game, but I don't think
yeah.
they won the Super Bowl either.
Yeah. I root for the Bills too because like it's got to be tough going to 4 Super Bowls in a row and losing every single one of them. They've done that, you know. Like
God
Yeah.
damn, that's
it
so
sucks.
close.
So out of the
And you
final
Um,
fell for
four,
him.
it would be the Lions. If the Chiefs win, it'd be the Lions, the only person that never won
yeah.
or
What's that?
team. I mean,
What's the Bills? Bill stands for boy, I love losing Super Bowls.
Mm.
That shit's tough. That's tough, you know.
Damn, that's a hell of a name. I would have changed that shit instantly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It would
yeah,
change it to Bull or something.
yeah. I'm rooting for the Bills though. Even though they lost to, or no, they're playing right now against Kansas
Kansas
City.
City.
Yeah.
Who you think gonna take it, bro?
Um.
I say the Bills. I haven't looked at the score because should have been on for about a half an hour. But
Yeah.
Kansas City, their offense has been struggling, but their defense has been holding it on. So it all
Yeah.
depend on if they playing it in Buffalo or not.
That's the
Okay.
thing. The Bills quarterback, what's his name? Josh Allen. He is very streaky. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he'll have like 3 games in a row where he'll throw for 300 yards, 4 TDs, and then just 2 games after that, he's just falls apart. You know,
Well, the
so
Bills leading 10-3 right now in the
there we
third
go.
second quarter.
Go Josh Allen. You know, the Lake Erie Bros. Um, yeah, but like, it's funny that you said like the heartache because I do have like a distant uncle, Uncle Philip. He like his doctor straight up told him to stop watching Tigers games back in the day because he developed ulcers from watching them. You know,
God.
and the doctor is straight up like you don't even think about going to a game, but don't watch the games or listen to the radio anymore because it's hurting your health. You know, like that's how
That
much
man
like
got
some of these
high
dudes love
blood
sports.
pressure, everything.
Yeah, that's why I told my dad. But back in 2016, that's the magic year. But I told him I had to stop watching it because I was getting too stressed. And at that point, I think I was staying with my mom
Hmm.
for the summers. So when it came to the Lions games, he was watching in the basement, so his had an earlier delay than I did. So he'd yell, and I'm like, "Well, shit, the Lions fucked up." So it was kind of one of those things, and it got to the point where my dad was yelling so hard he started coughing, and I was like, "Yeah, Dad, you got to stop. You got to stop watching it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a different level of passion. You know, like
Damn.
Yeah, he bleed blue if he could.
oh yeah,
So
Carib. Say no.
yeah.
you got to put that little squeeze hose.
Don't do
The spray bottle.
that.
But yeah, man, the Lions. Uh, I just hope they win because
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too. Cause you know what I'm gonna
oh,
be. You know what I'm gonna be. You know what I'm gonna be when they win.
what?
Vegas.
I'm gonna be a. I always was a Lions fan. Fuck you talking about.
Oh, a
Yeah.
Oh
bandwagon
yeah.
Yeah.
fan.
No,
Yeah,
no, I'm gonna be real though. I always represent the city. I don't give a fuck what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know enough sports to even pick a side, so I always just pick our side every time.
Hmm.
yeah,
So that's all I ever do.
But I was
You
gonna
know?
say, remember when we was talking about? Remember when before the season started, I told you about how Vegas had that shit where they were saying the Lions was gonna make it to the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
and you said no, that can't be because they ain't showed enough, and now it's like that
no,
money
no, no.
is backing them now.
That was me personally saying. Like, I will say that this game, from what I saw, they were up at like 31-14 at one point, or 31-17. To me, I'm like, okay, late in a game, that's all I wanted to see. It seemed like the Lions would be only competing physically for the first half and then just fall apart. You
But
know?
it's not even that. I was just saying like because they said the NFL script was the Lions was gonna win.
Oh,
And
I heard a
they, and they and they were supposed to beat the Chiefs. Remember, I told you they said I said they beat the Chiefs 42-38 or some shit like that. It was back when we
Oh
was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
playing.
yeah, yeah. It was an
Yeah,
actual
Wait.
picture.
it
Can I
was.
bet this right now?
What's up?
Can I bet that?
I don't know because if the Chiefs beat the Baltimore Ravens and the Lions, then the script is really out there. I guarantee that picture is going to resurface. Because
I saw,
I told him that a long time ago. I was like, why is everybody jumping on the Lions, dick or whatever? Because they haven't done anything yet. Like,
mm.
are they seeing something that we're not seeing? Like, we literally just did the offseason, and then it was like, oh yeah, the Lions making it to the Super Bowl, and I was like, what? So then I sent the
Well,
shit to E, and I was like, hey, this is what they saying. He was like, oh, don't pay no attention to that. That's fake.
yeah. I mean, those are people that are making big bets because, like, I'm sure at the time Lions were like probably 20-1 odds they were going to make the Super Bowl. Like, not good at all. Or actually probably more, probably like 200-1 odds.
FanDuel.
Yeah.
I'm
So
about
I
to
mean, like
place a bet now.
back before preseason or after preseason starts, if you make a bet on the bets, your money's going to be way higher when they're the last four teams. So that I
But
think
for them to make that bet before the season started, something was like they knew something. Like that shit
no,
is fishy.
I mean, like, is it is there a lot of stuff with like the script writers? The NFL even leaned into it with one of their commercials
Yeah, I
where
seen
they
that, but
like
still
Keegan
though,
Michael
the
Key.
Lions. Come
Yeah,
on now, like that's
yeah.
hard to believe. The Lions making it to the Final Four, yet
Yeah,
alone the Super Bowl
I know
out
a
of
lot.
nowhere. They was 8-8.
I know a lot of gamblers, and you would be surprised some of the bets they make and when they make them. So, yeah,
You
there's some
really,
people out there.
it do make sense to go with the biggest losing team ever, because if you win, your return gonna be fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it to the point where the NFL leans so much into it, where they saw so much money that they're kind of like in the NFL games, you can be a commissioner and force a win. Is it kind like obviously the players got to play, but somebody buzzing in the head like referee, hey, flag, throw some bullshit out there because how they did with the Cowboys when Jerry Jones threw a couple allegedly threw a couple bands at the referee,
yeah,
and we ended up losing that fucking game.
yeah,
But hey, if they win, if wins a win, I don't give a fuck. Hey, go ahead and bet it.
Yeah,
Bet.
yeah,
Shit, make the Lions win, boy.
yeah.
Tell you, I'm calling off the whole fucking week. That's my spring break. Fuck out of here.
Detroit versus everybody for sure.
Man.
man.
Cause shit, the last game, shit, everybody, all the commentators picked against the Lions. Shit, even Dan Orlovsky, he was our Lions quarterback, and he fucking picked against us.
Yeah,
So it's like, nah, don't try to hop on it now.
Yeah, bitch.
And I'm only saying it because I was, shit, I was, what you say, inherited into the Lions shit, even
yeah.
though I disowned them for damn near 6, 7
Uh,
years.
well, I mean, like they were off by 2 points. Like we only won that game by one. So it very easily could have gone the other way. So that's one thing that, like, even though they all had the Rams winning, because I know the picture you're talking about. I think it was on
Mm-hmm.
NFL Today or something. Even though they all had the Lions losing, I was impressed that like they didn't have them beating them by like more than 7 points. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
cool. They're showing us a little respect.
yeah, I told my dad it was going to be within 3 points.
Yeah,
He asked me that before they started. I was like, it was going to probably be like 19 to 20.
yeah,
And they just got over. Man, I should be a betting man. Shit. But no, I can't do that. I broke the fucking TV.
yeah.
Stressing.
How much should I put down on my first bet, y'all? Come on, talk to me. It's
Mm.
a
What,
10, 25, 100, or 200, or custom.
what's the bet?
They
I don't know.
match.
Just deposit the money into it.
Don't
Like,
they?
you know,
Don't they match bets for your first bet?
oh, okay. I don't know.
Is it just a straight out win? Is it points?
Oh no, this right now just how much I'm gonna deposit so I can place a bet.
Oh, how much should you deposit?
Yeah.
Do 100. Fuck it.
All right, I got you.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's do 100.
Shit.
I'm gonna have y'all. I'm putting my
Shit.
100 on there. Hold on, is this bitch?
Shit.
It said
Hold
it's not
on.
allowed. Oh, I put the wrong card on there. Hold on. Yeah, we gonna do this
Shit.
though.
You got some faith, my man. So you betting that they gonna beat San Francisco? Or is that the bet?
I said 100. Switch the right card. Yeah, we are.
Okay.
It's green.
If you or someone you know has a problem with gambling, please call.
Right.
I'll flash that in front of the screen because I
Right,
don't want to.
yeah.
I don't want to inhibit anybody that may be going through it.
Man,
But
you're right itching right now, boy.
yeah.
We in there. We in there. Let's get it.
Yeah, if you have a gambling problem, skip ahead. I'd put
Damn.
I put money on Jared Goff throwing over 200 yards. What's a good lock? I'm in Ross St. Brown for at least one tutty.
Is
Aiden
that on the game that's
Hutchinson
right now?
one sack, at least. These are safe ones. I'm not going nuts saying Aiden Hutchinson's going to give you 3. And then Christian McCaffrey 150 yards rushing.
Wait, is this on a game right now?
No. This is the one that's going to be next week.
Okay. All right. Bet.
Or is it 2 weeks from now? I don't even remember.
Whatever
No,
going
I'm
on.
fucking. Don't take my advice.
Oh, okay.
I'm cursed. Remember, like we just
Oh
talked
yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah. We gonna see. We gonna see. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call my uncle. I'm gonna call my uncle.
There you go.
This for sure gonna be a low scoring game because both quarterbacks are gonna try to be game managers.
Mm,
They're not gonna be risky and throwing some shit that can cause interceptions. Because if the
yeah,
defense can get points for you, then it's over.
yeah. I think this one hinges more on the defense than the Buccaneers
Yeah,
game did. I will say
Yeah.
that defensive line was fucking tough. Like they did not let what's his name, the Tampa Bay quarterback. What the hell's his name? Baker Mayfield. They did not let him get comfortable. Like he
not
he
at
was
all.
he was on his toes the whole game, which is you
Man,
need that.
there's so many broken tackles that he. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's elusive. He's an elusive dude. Like he. Uh, well, go Lions. Go Detroit.
Hell yeah.
Good fucking game. Yeah. All right, moving on. The next little thing on the docket is a little game called Palworld. Have you guys heard about this?
I've heard. I've watched a couple snippets on Instagram.
Heard little rumblings, little whispers.
Yeah.
For those unaware, Palworld is a game that just released, I believe, either yesterday or the day before yesterday, on Steam and Xbox Game Pass. I think they had, I want to say, like 1 million purchases in the first 8 hours, which is kind of
God
unheard of
damn.
for a small studio game, you know.
Yeah.
But the reason why is because this game seemingly kind of has a connection with Pokemon, but legally it doesn't. So apparently, it's from what I've heard, it's being described as it's Pokemon and Ark survival mixed with guns. You know, so like you
Mm.
can fight and hunt these little Pokemon esque creatures. You know, with guns and shit. You know, and
So
uh,
Digimon.
s- uh,
Not Digimon.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean
Digimon would shoot them motherfuckers though.
yeah. The Digimon had guns. The people
Yeah,
didn't. The people,
yeah.
little 8-year-old kids did not. Um, so yeah, this game is kind of blown up, and it has people kind of wondering, like, well, why is this game so popular? It's still in beta, and then there are other people
Mm-hmm.
saying the reason why is because Game Freak, which is the main developer for the Pokemon games, like on Game Boy and all that stuff,
Yeah.
uh, they're like, oh well, those games suck. They're stagnant. It's the same thing every single time,
It
you know?
really is, bro. It's just a new face, same Pokemon. They might get a new fucking design and maybe a different move.
Right?
Maybe. But it's the same shit for the last 30 fucking years, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when you look at it, it kind of reminds, like, I kind of feel like early Legend of Zelda and early Pokemon are very similar in like the kind of the top down, you know, like walking around. But then you
Okay,
see
okay.
Zelda kind of they they kind of reimagine themselves with every single game. It's not the same.
Yeah, yeah.
But it seems like Pokemon and Game Freak, they kind of follow the same design every single time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I remember back in the N64 days, there was a couple Pokemon games like Pokemon Stadium. I think Pokemon Snap was another one where like they were trying new things, and now they don't really
Yeah.
give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
They're like money
Stadium was my
printer.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I borrowed that from somebody and I never gave it back. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
allegedly never give
Allegedly, allegedly.
it back.
But yeah, bro, like it was my first time instead of on Pokemon Red, Yellow, Blue, all that type of shit. It always showed the Pokemon like this and be like, ah,
Yeah,
ah.
no
Stadium,
animations, just static.
yeah.
Yeah,
Stadium was the first time I saw them motherfuckers doing the flamethrowers. They was hitting shit. Like I was like, oh yeah, I need this. And I thought that was gonna be the future of the game. And it took so fucking long to get to this point.
yeah,
Like I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why they was bullshitting,
yeah.
but yeah,
But yeah, Game Freak and Pokemon's kind of lack of reinvention is kind of Pal World's gain. You know that they're the ones that are kind of getting this new fan base, and from what I hear, people are loving it. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't.
and what's this game called again, Brody?
Pal World.
Pal World,
Yeah.
PAL World.
Yeah.
I wonder why they calling it Pal. Like, who's the pals?
Yeah. If you look at the artwork, they do straight up just look like Pokemon on the cover.
Yeah, I'm trying to type it in now because the only thing I saw was when he accidentally caught the human and he didn't know he can catch the human,
Mm.
and that was pretty much all I saw on that whole thing. You know, he made a couple dark jokes, but
Shit, this kind of look like Sonic's animation when they had the Sonic games.
Yeah, like the 3D kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
wait, do these motherfucking things got guns?
I think you can use guns on them. I'm not sure if they have guns, but then again, I haven't played it, so
Shit, I'm looking at these sheep bats and motherfucking LMGs though.
Yeah, I saw something with a motherfucking rifle on it.
Hey, look at this. These sheep ain't playing. They say run the fade, boy.
yeah. So this is coming from SteamDB. Palworld becomes the sixth Steam game to hit 1 million concurrent players since the Steam subsystem's
Whoa.
inception in 2003. Its
Mm,
47-hour sprint to 1 million makes it the second fastest game to hit 1 million behind Cyberpunk 2077.
damn.
And then
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
yeah.
I didn't saw my first little esque Pokemon.
Mm.
Pokemon, man, these bitches look like Pokemon.
They got a case, don't they?
Man,
yeah.
they look just like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like
It's
if I would have went from Pokemon Red to Pokemon what Platinum or Diamond now, I
mm,
would have thought this was still the same game, just
yeah.
a revamp.
Yeah. Like
That's crazy.
you would think it was like a modded game of Pokemon. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just added guns and just changed a little bit of the colors on the different characters. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's interesting. Like I don't know. Like I feel like this could be a legal issue because Game Freak is one of those. I remember like a while people always had emulators on their phones where they could download an emulator to play old Pokemon games.
Yeah.
And then Game Freak was really adamant of turning that shit down and making it illegal, trying to flag every site that had the emulators on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't imagine they are taking this too lightly to see this game
Nah.
come out of nowhere with similar creatures to theirs and just taking all that market share.
Yeah, they taking all their money from them too.
Yeah.
And and I know how petty big corporations can really get because I watched a motherfucking court battle between Apple and Samsung,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
like, look at the gears of my settings icon. Look at the color of my photo icon. They're in the same shade. It's the same family. And when I saw how petty that shit was, I was like, oh, I know this company is gonna try to take it there. And the motherfuckers knowing they making $1 trillion, $1 billion, and want to go for the other person for that little ass thing. Like, what happened to them saying, when people used to always say, you're already on top, man. Just let everybody else get their own money. You feel me?
Right.
But it just seemed like corporations don't live by that.
Yeah.
They
So
be
it's
like,
kind
I
of one of
want
those
all
things
the
where
money.
it's kind of one of those things if a corporation getting 100%, and then you got this new up and coming person taking 20% of that thing, that's still 20% gone
Yeah.
that they could have still had. So I mean, should just say if we came up with this with our off the top shit, say we sold some merch, and then we had somebody who had a globe that had a tiara instead of a crown, motherfucker, that's going for the female population, even though they was buying our shit. 10% of our share could have still been ours, but now you got this up and coming person like, oh, let's, you know, job off of them, but just change it slightly and then take
Right.
some of their revenue.
Yeah.
But I look at it different though, because of course they're both well, one was gaming furniture though, right?
Hmm.
Rockstar not making fucking gaming furniture. I ain't even in your market. It's just the logos look similar.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like your description was, of course, you know, to clothing. I get that. Fully understand where you're coming from on that part. But when they in two different fields, I look at it like, nah, let them breathe, bro.
Yeah.
But then, well, if they become a powerhouse, then, well, if they trying to sell Rockstar merch too, but it's too late because now the person that's close to them already got that niche. So, I
Yeah.
mean,
I
it
mean,
like I
I
said, be
guess.
petty, just be petty. Hey, shit, that shit too
Right.
close to my shit. Hey,
right. But
run them checks.
but yeah, like I am kind of like, I think it shouldn't be happening because it's like, you know, competition breeds, uh invention. Like new stuff is going to come out when you got two
Thank
competing
you.
things. If you just have one, like if Rockstar's the end all be all for, let's just say games in this case, then it's like it's gonna get stale.
Yeah.
You need new
Cause
stuff.
look,
Shit
P.
like 2K and Madden.
Yeah,
Basically.
honestly, like going back to the Pokemon Palworld conversation, Palworld, in my opinion, is great. You
Yeah,
add some competition to that because Pokemon's kind of run that for the longest time. And like we said, it's gotten stale. So
for
maybe
sure.
maybe this will spur them to, oh, maybe we should try something different for the next
Yeah.
Pokemon game.
But then they so PG-13. Like, what else can you add to it?
Hell, maybe a new IP. You know,
Mm.
like we know how to make these games. What if we made a game that's a little grittier?
Okay, yeah. Grittier version.
Yeah.
A fucking survival horror when you in the wild because them creatures literally should just be tearing people apart. Like, what
Yeah.
makes them automatically so nice to the world and we train them and shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can't turn that bitch out though. I ain't gonna lie.
It'd be like the Star Wars when the Ewoks be fucking with you in the dark. Star
Yes.
Wars, they was all cute and shit. But then the motherfuckers, when you one of them motherfucking galactic motherfuckers try to get back to your ship,
Yeah.
them motherfuckers is, oh my god, demons,
Yeah.
boy.
Ewok Hunt is it's fucking fun as hell.
For the
Like,
people who don't know what we talk about, is Star Wars Battlefield or
yeah,
Battlefront, one of them. I
yeah.
can't
Okay,
remember the
okay.
name.
It's a mode where it's basically, I think it's 40 players, it may be more, but you all drop in as stormtroopers in the middle of the forest of Endor from
Hmm.
Return of the Jedi, and it will maybe start with 5 Ewoks. The Ewoks can see in the dark. The stormtroopers only got flashlights, and you just start seeing the green dots of the stormtroopers get picked off by these little Ewoks.
And you want to know, and it's no lie when it said it's pitch black.
Yeah.
It ain't no turning up the brightness on the setting. It's complete darkness.
Yeah. So you have to survive
Damn.
as long as you can and wait for the ship to pick you guys up. Meanwhile, you got all these fucking Ewoks sounding horns and like,
Yeah,
Mm.
just
yeah.
going at you. You can't see shit. Like, it's
Cause
fucking,
it's like it don't sound terrifying if you look up at what an Ewok is, but if
I
you
know those
play
little
that
little bitty ass
game,
things,
yeah.
right?
yeah,
They make that shit vicious. Yeah. It's fun.
you just hearing your though. Imagine shit in a real life. You just hear your teammates like you just have a conversation. And the next
Yeah.
thing you know, they gone.
Just
Like,
stop.
hey, bro, I can't wait till we get back to the crib and go make some motherfucking roast. And then you turn back like, hey, that sound good, don't
He's gone. He was gone 2 minutes ago.
it?
Yeah.
Snatched his ass up.
Yeah, the voice chats on those games are fun as hell. Like just hearing people like, "Oh shit," just freaking out, and it's just Ewoks.
Yeah, that shit for real.
Uh,
Damn, is that still a open game right now?
yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
is it
they
still hype? Like the servers is like kind of packed
it's
up?
still
shit. Them
no,
servers never die.
yeah, it's still playing. Yeah, people. Star Wars is one of those things they can keep going forever. I think
For sure.
you sent a clip. Where was it? From it was another clip from Star Wars Battlefront in the group chat. And I was like, man, I miss those fucking games because it was just a hallway, and like you just have to run down that hallway. You're gonna die, but you just got to take over this hallway, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
those moments are so fun in those games.
Damn.
Yeah,
And it
Okay.
ain't sweaty. It's just
Call of Duty.
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Man.
moving on to another gaming news. Did you guys see the? It was the Xbox Developer Direct. They announced some of the new games like Senua Saga, Hellblade 2, and then probably the biggest reveal of that one was actual gameplay, and then the announcement of Indiana Jones and I think it's the Great Circle. Did you guys see or hear anything about this?
I watched the Indiana Jones trailer. It looks good. I'm gonna be honest. It looks good, but it's probably not a game for me. You know what I'm saying?
Should
I
be a
need some
male
more.
version of Tomb Raider, wouldn't it?
Hell no. You know how
The
she was coming. She was blicked up. Stop playing with her,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I have a feeling if you are really in tune with the movies, you're gonna like this more than if you are a fan of those style of games. Because the game it's third person, so it's not going to be like Uncharted. And the developers straight up said we wanted to keep this separate from Tomb Raider and from Uncharted because those are all
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
third person games. Some of them, in Tomb Raider's case, are very gun heavy. They wanted this
Mm-hmm.
to be a more exploration, puzzle solving kind of like you get to use the whip, you get to use a gun, but it's not like you have that all the time. I'm pretty sure. and a lot of
Yeah.
like hand to hand combat stuff. But it looked really good. I mean, for what they showed, I feel like it's going to be a big game for them. It's Machine Games. It's the same studio that did the Wolfenstein games, so they know how to do the first person.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, like I'm comfortable with them doing it. It'll be cool to have another IP back in games. So yeah, I'm down for it.
So this AAA or
Yeah.
okay.
It's gonna Microsoft owns Machine Games, so they've been funding this in the background. So yeah, look forward to
It
that.
coming out this year?
I
Yeah.
know what's about to happen too. They
Ho- ho-
about to. Oh, you said what?
yeah, hold on. Every single game that was on the Xbox Developer Direct is coming this year. So
Okay.
they are getting into the cycle. They promised us a couple years ago that eventually they'll get to a point where they'll be able to release a big AAA title every quarter. Now this is
Mm-hmm.
going to be their first year of doing that. Go ahead, James.
Mm.
Okay, I was about to say. I know what this about to was about to do. It's gonna bring out another DVD collection on 4K. It's
Oh, okay,
gonna.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The tie-ins.
You feel
Yeah,
me? They about to have all of it working together, man. I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie. It look good as fuck. I'm watching this bitch right now. It looks amazing.
yeah.
And
The character design they have for Indiana Jones, it looks just like Harrison Ford,
it
and
do.
it sounds like him too.
He need to get paid off this shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's cool. I'll definitely be checking it out because, like we mentioned, it's on Game Pass because it's a
Yeah.
Xbox exclusive. I think.
So
Damn.
since this is obviously from the movie franchise, what is a movie that we seen? It don't have to be like 20 years ago, but it's just a movie that you've seen that you would like turn into a video game.
A video game. Ooh, that's a good one.
Uh as long as I got my family.
Fast
Oh
and
yeah.
Furious.
Yeah.
That's Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a public
yeah.
server of Grand Theft Auto. Flying bikes and shit. They did that in Fast
Yeah.
Five. Like,
But give me a no, I don't want that. I was just bullshit. I'm about to say John Wick. That's gonna be too hype
Yeah,
as
that'd be
it
a good
is.
game. Yeah.
John Wick would be sick as hell. How? Okay, so how would you want it done? Like, would you want a first person, third person strategy, or would you want it like how are you
I feel like it
envisioning?
had to be first and third, like you had an option
I was
because
just about to say a first third split because all them spin around moves, put
mhm.
this up like that. That's going.
It'd be kind of like the Matrix, but real life ish. Not the slow motion shit, but the combat.
Right.
Yeah, a John Wick one to be nice though. It because you got to think about it. It's gonna have to be third person off his takedowns. You know what I'm saying? He was a wrestler back in his heyday type of shit. Then so you got close quarter combat with wrestling. You got all the guns, what mid range, close range, all that type of shit. But story wise, it's so deep, bro. Every movie they make, it went from New York, then it went to like United States, then it went to around the world, like, and then it goes deeper into the roots of around the world.
Yeah,
You
it
can
had to be
make a
third person then.
you can make a game off
Or
that.
you know how you remember the camera angle from Army of Two when it was just over their shoulder?
Heavy over the shoulder, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think that was
especially if you aim it down sight, it had to be like that.
yeah, I feel
yeah.
like Max Payne did that too. Max Payne 3.
Facts,
Yeah.
facts. You know, oh, that might be nice. And then you can have a dog companion on a few missions
Yeah,
because that dog.
for the sneaking
I don't,
missions and shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't want them to get too heavy into racing. With the cars, because then it'd be too many different
and then you got the
aspects they
samurai
trying to
fights
take.
too, or the
Right.
sword fights. Those.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now he didn't look like he was legit samurai with that bitch, but he knew how to use the sword though. I ain't gonna lie.
Hmm.
Yeah. He was versed.
He was a fucking
Yeah,
tank.
for sure. He should have died off the side of that building though. But hey, I'll let it slide.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
that
So
man should have got split in half.
I'm trying to think of some movies.
Yeah, I'm looking some up right now because I was like, ooh, that's a good ass question.
What is another good movie? Uh,
Because
they
you don't
already
have to
made
always be action. It
Aliens.
could be like Alan Wake. It can be like, but I don't think there was a movie that came out that was that deep.
No,
Unless
Alan
you
Wake
got
would
some
be
scary
good.
movies, but
I'm actually doing that playthrough right now for the channel, so look out for that on In
Ah,
Depth with E.
yeah.
but it's not going too hot. To be honest. um,
It don't matter.
okay. The one that I'm seeing right now, and I'm like, yeah, that would be a really fucking cool one. Is Battle Los Angeles. Not
Ooh,
not a great movie, but a good concept of
yeah.
you're just a soldier wondering what the fuck is going on, and then you learn that holy shit, it's actually an alien invasion. That'd be dope. You know,
Mm-hmm.
What was that one movie you've seen? It was the Fog with the
The
aliens? Like,
Mist.
oh
Cloverfield.
yeah, no, Mist.
The Mist would be wild as a horror game.
I'm
As,
scared of that shit. I'm
as a
scared of that.
horror
Um,
game that you gotta make it to gas station to gas station.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's kind of like Alan Wake is, where except for the mist, it's just the darkness. Like you just have to look for like light posts to, and if you don't, you're gonna get fucking bum rushed by dudes with sickles and shit. But yeah, the
Mm.
mist would be honestly. There's a few Stephen King could probably do a couple movies, games from some of his movies. That would be
You know
decent.
what? It'd be even crazier though. Since you just said that, it'd be something like, okay, let's just say random ass story. You a schizophrenic person or whatever. You got some little mental thing, and you chose to read Stephen King books and whatever. Let's just say it's like 5 parts to the game, but 5 parts is 5 different books that he made. And when you read it, you get so in depth in it, you feel like you in that world, and now you got to live out that world and try to survive that book. Bro, that
Mm.
might be a good little easy one because then you don't got to keep putting out 50 different games. You can put out like 2 or 3, and it'd be that one person that's just adventuring his life through them games. I mean, through them books. Because this motherfucker think it's real now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing on this list two movies that we've talked about quite a bit the last couple weeks. Scream as a video game,
Yeah, I was waiting for y'all to be done. I was gonna say Scream.
and 28 Days Later.
Yeah, you
Oh
see him,
shit! Oh shit!
and he got the camera.
Yeah. Well, no, I feel like Scream would kind of be like those. I think Halloween had one recently.
Them
Uh,
running from a movie.
I
I
forget
mean,
I forget what the name of the game is, but it's basically
7.
seven.
This is like Survival 7, where they always a scary guy. You got to run from him and like
Yeah,
solve the
yeah,
puzzle. Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
yeah. There's a I forget the name of that type of game, but yeah, I feel like that would any horror monster you
Mm-hmm.
can kind of do that. One that I honestly would I Smoking Aces. Do you guys remember that movie?
That was a good movie.
That would be cool if like the lobby was so basically the premise it would be a multiplayer game. The premise of the game was kind of like how in Rainbow Six, like you get to pick like what kind of soldier you want to be, and they have different abilities and skills.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You and everyone else in the lobby picks one of those characters with their abilities, and then you have to go in and kill the same target. And you
Mm.
inhibit each other. Like you obviously want to kill them before they kill that guy first. So then it's just like everyone trying to get to that target and get the kill so they can get the money at the end. I feel like that would be a fun game
Yeah.
adapted from a movie.
And then look at this though. It should also be one character because remember the guy they tried to kill was like a master of disguise type of shit,
Yeah.
and he also was an assassin. So whoever the person that's getting haunted, he can blend in really good with the pedestrians and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah, yeah.
and he
Different.
get the kill. He get the kill too, and if
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
he don't die, he keep the money or whatever it
Yeah.
may be.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Like everyone would
Mm-hmm.
have their own different abilities. Like that one guy had his two brothers doing it with him. So that could be
Yeah.
his ability. Like his special move is he calls his brothers to come in with machine guns and kill everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Or
That
you have
sniper.
you have the one guy. Yeah, the one guy can call in a sniper from across the way. Like you can do a
Mm-hmm.
lot of fun shit with those different characters. Like they tried doing a little franchise. I think the movie after that I think went directly to DVD. But
Yeah.
but yeah.
Smoking Aces 2 was trash.
Yeah, but that was the first movie was dope. There was a lot of good
Mm-hmm.
actors in that too.
It was.
And then I was
Uh,
gonna say, as far as anime, I read the whole manga of this anime that I would just put on the solo leveling. That motherfucker could be a dope ass game, boy. Because
yeah.
when me and James were growing up, we was playing games like that anyway, where you would stay in this little fucking area and just keep doing respawns until you level your shit up to the point when you get to the bosses, you just beat the whole time.
Oh, right.
So
Farming.
yeah,
That's what they call it. Farming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that with what's that? Final Fantasy 7. I put over like a couple thousand hours into that one game, bro. And I swear I was spam farming this one where the wolves was coming at. Bro, I was one tapping them bitches. I was toop, you're dead. Toop, you're dead. Toop,
I
you're dead.
I had a coworker that was watching or playing one of those Final Fantasy games. This is when
Mhm.
he was little, and he was farming an area because the previous game that's what you had to do. So I think his cousin told him like, yeah, you got to farm a bunch because the next area is really tough.
Yeah.
So he farmed this area. Really, I want to say like he farmed it for like 10 hours at one point.
Mhm.
And he went to the next area. He didn't know that the enemies leveled with you in that particular game. So no matter how much
Damn.
farming he did like it didn't matter. Like,
No.
Mm.
I'm on level 99 and I'm
yeah,
only 2 hours into the game for real.
yeah. I was like, ooh, that's tough. That's a waste of time.
Man.
What was the name of that one game that they had banned because it was a serial killer? Y'all remember that game?
It was Manhunt.
Oh, yeah.
Manhunt. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. That one.
Them kills was brutal.
Yeah, yeah, because that like it switched to like when you would do like the different I'll say like assassinations, like when you got close and snuck up behind him, it would switch to like a really gritty like
Yeah,
handheld.
cassette tape type
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like it was pretty nuts.
We had that game over here. I ain't gonna lie. It was hard to play. That game was too hard for me. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been running gunning my whole life, so you got to sneak around. I just fuck up all the time.
Yeah, the only reason I brought it up because you were talking about turning Ghostface into a game. So I was like, well, shit, we already kind of had it. And,
Yeah, because he was fresh out of prison, and the prison was doing some weird shit to people, and he was trying to get out, and he was killing everybody on the way.
Yeah, I feel like with Scream, you could probably do something interesting where like you could almost make it like a little bit of a strategy, like a top down strategy game, where like you're with a group of people, and then like for one turn the screen turns dark, and a character gets hurt or dies, and you have to figure out which one in the room is actually Ghostface. Like I feel like that could be
Ooh.
interesting.
so
Like
Among
almost
Us.
yeah, basically kind of like an investigative one. That's the thing. Like you have these premises like Among Us, like that are really good. No other developer is trying to use that and do something else with it. It's like, oh no,
Mm-hmm.
Among Us has that sealed. It's like,
They
why
got it
can't
locked
you?
down.
Like, why can't you? Like these are good premises that I think you're kind of sleeping on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they remind me of though? The video game called The Thing. You remember when that shit came out? It
Ooh,
was
vaguely, yeah.
yeah, when that came out, the thing, I don't care if it was motherfucking the girl this time. If you restarted it and tried to kill her first, it could
It
potentially be the
switched.
real person.
Yeah, it
Yeah, we
You
switched
talked
every
feel
about that
me?
a
time.
couple podcasts ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's kind of how they should make the Scream
yeah,
Ghostface. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
yeah. I think we
Like,
talked about. Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was about to say, you can't spin it too many times because then you got your guaranteed people that's are good. But
Right.
yeah, I still fuck with it though.
Yeah. I think we talked about Halo too, because like Halo has a lot of like there's some stuff that Halo hasn't done that I would love to see as a game. Like I'd love to just be like a random civilian, like survival horror, basically.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, with the flood.
yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
hell, not
god.
not even
Just
the
the
flood,
brutes.
just
You feel me?
just the grunts could fuck them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
As a
just
regular human, that's terrifying.
yeah, sneaking out of a city that's about to get glassed and a bunch of Covenant around the ground, that would be fucking dope ass game. I would
Mm-hmm.
love to play that game, but they want to stick with Master Chief and like the big heroes,
Yeah.
kind of like
Can you
Doom.
can you imagine just going through the city like you said and just finding a leftover like plasma sword or a plasma pistol, and then you and your crew get along and y'all, a little ragtag team of survivors, and y'all
Yeah,
just gotta fight y'all way out of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Then,
That's the thing. Like
then
the weapons would be super heavy because like
yeah, too big for you
yeah,
type shit.
Chief is literally using a sniper rifle like with one hand, and then this thing would literally knock you back because it's like a 50 cal. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way you're just running and gunning with that.
And then you got a brute bust through the fucking walls. Shit, it
Yeah,
was already hard for Master Chief,
Man.
and you talk about a brute
yeah.
terrorizing.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot of IPs that
Shit.
are sitting on some good ideas. Well, we're going to switch gears into a couple politic things like
Okay.
Nikki Haley. You guys wanted to talk about this. Nikki Haley, quote, America is not a racist nation, unquote. Goodbye, everybody. This has been up. Well, what do you guys? Do you guys agree with that?
Fuck no.
It was
Okay.
built off racism. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's
Literally.
that's literally the
Foundation.
yes.
Yeah.
built off the backs of minorities, point blank.
And
And then you got
yeah,
one quote unquote majority that's reaping the benefits of it,
Mm-hmm.
even to this day. It's like it's like if you was in a track race, everybody started at the fucking line, but then you got to start at 100 meters. You already got somebody starting at the 30-yard line or 30 meters.
Yeah. To me, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I'm not racist. My gardener and my cook and my bus driver, like they're all minorities.
yeah.
It's like, what the fuck does that have to
I hate that talk, bro.
I
I
hate that I
hate
don't see
that.
color shit. That's the
Yeah,
shit
Yeah,
that
you
yeah,
irritates
gotta
me.
see color. Cause
yeah,
then if you say I don't see color, that's like basically saying I don't see uh like ethnic backgrounds, heritage, you know what I'm saying? The shit you bring. That of course I'm gonna say if you say I don't see color, then when you go to Thailand or one of them places, you think all the shit the same. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
just gotta acknowledge you bring shit to the table that I don't. You know what I'm saying? So like, you bring a lot of good shit from your ethnic background. Indian person can bring a lot of shit from them. I like the colors. You
yeah,
feel me? So
Hmm.
I don't see this. We're all human and we're all the same. Nah, bro. They on some shit over there. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's just different. You know.
yeah,
I saw a post that was like soul food ain't even black. That's American food. I was like, bitch, you gonna take that from us too?
yeah.
You
Honestly,
know?
I kind of like, growing up, I don't know if you guys heard this in school, but like, oh, America's a melting pot of culture, and it is, and that's
Yeah.
why I love America. I love the fusion and blending of colors and different,
Man, me too.
ethnicities of people. I love that shit. I like, and I hate whenever like a politician like says they are not dividing it, but says something stupid like this, and it's very divisive. It's like, come
Yeah.
on, like, do I see a difference between races? Yeah, and I celebrate the differences in what they bring to the table. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't mean like like, to me it was dumb. And the thing that I want to point out is Nikki Haley said this, who is running for the GOP to be the next president, uh, against whoever wins the GOP nomination is going to be running against Joe Biden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Haley said this. I repeat, Nikki Haley. Her name is Nikki Haley, except that it's not. Nikki Haley's real name is Nimarata Nikki Randhawa Haley. She can't even say her own name, her own full name in her party, because that would out her. It would cost her votes.
Damn.
You know. So it's not like, oh, little white girl
But
Nikki Haley. Nope.
but this is not racist though. It's not racist.
Yeah.
Your name is proving that it is.
Yeah. You well, not your name, but the fact that you're choosing not to use it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
proof
So
that
I
it
mean,
is.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's, to me, it's just like, you're dumb. You're dumb on multiple levels.
Oh.
And then they even say that it makes you feel like I don't know her upbringing, but like where the fuck were you? Like were you living under a rock the past 60 years? Like
Yeah.
you had to have seen shit going on, like the crying wolf motherfuckers. Well, shit, how old is she? In her 60s, 70s?
I don't think she's that old. I think she's in her 50s. I mean,
Well,
I'll look
still,
it up.
shit, she knew history. Like you can even go to Emmett Till, where it was just a situation where a motherfucker was crying wolf,
Yeah, she's 52. Yeah, go ahead.
and you grew up near that fucking era. It wasn't that far gone from you being born,
Hmm.
and you want to say America's not racist? Like you was what 10, 15 years removed. Your
You know
motherfucking
what?
mama could have told you that fucking story.
You know what, bro? I know what it is. It's America wasn't racist to them. It's
Yes,
not. Yeah, it's to
because
them.
she's
That's what
fair
they need to
skinned.
fucking say. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have it hard growing up. Just leave it at that. I didn't go through what everybody went through, but they to put a blanket over it. But you gotta think about it, bro. They don't want to ruffle the feathers. What party is she fucking with?
Republican.
Oh yeah, she really ain't saying that shit. Then
Yeah.
she no hell no, she ain't about to say none of that.
To me, it's it I see it a lot with Hispanics that that cross the border and get established in the states.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say which group, but I see a lot of it where you'll see them come across the border, and everything the Republican, kind of mouthpiece is saying is you're bad, I hate you, you're bad, I hate you. Some of these people in this group are some of the hardest Republicans you'll ever see.
Yeah.
They like, it's almost like this weird mentality. Like as soon as they come over, it's nope, I'm not them, but I hate those other ones that are coming in. It's like, dude, you are literally that description that they dislike,
Yeah.
like just because you're going to vote a certain way doesn't mean you're going to get kudos from these people. There's every policy they're going to make is going to affect you in one way or another,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like,
And then be appalled when you fucking voted for him. Like, oh no, I voted for you. And they're like, I don't give
yeah,
a fuck.
yeah,
Get the
like
fucking back of the line.
I think you can look up numerous stories. There's one I remember where a guy voted for a Republican and he ended up getting deported. It's like, you congratulations, you played
You
yourself.
literally just
For
a number.
sure.
You literally just a number when it comes down
Yeah.
to it.
And I exactly what E said, bro. I've been hearing this for like the last probably 3 years that they come over here and be like, well, I'm about to be this as white can be. You
Yeah.
feel me? And they disown everything they came from. Then they vote, like you said, Republican, and they stand on that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like they was born and raised into that shit because they look at it like this is my lifestyle. I have to be like this.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. That's the thing. I can be empathetic of it. Like I can understand that it's a survival tactic.
Yeah.
It's like, like it's almost, I don't want to bring up the Holocaust, but it's like those people that were like, oh, if I don't want them coming after me, so I'll go after the Jews then. It's
Mm-hmm.
this mentality of like, I'll do anything to save myself, even if it fucks over other people.
Yep.
And it's a survival. I understand that, but still, it's shitty. Like,
Yeah.
okay, what was the thing after Nikki Haley? I think P, you were the one that said
Oh, about
the
the
70.
retirement
Retirement.
age.
Yeah. Let's switch to that.
Talk your shit, P.
Go ahead, P. Go ahead.
Oh no, I had just seen something today where they was talking about how it was this lady. I don't recall her name, but she was having an interview on the news, and she was saying something about how she feel that the retirement age shouldn't be 62 to 65 anymore. It should be in their 70s, or at least she was hinting towards that.
Yeah.
77 and a half.
So I'm like, bro, like, who the fuck about to work that fucking long? Because when you get to that point, it's going to be one or the other. It's going to be the fact that people aren't retiring, so the people that's coming out of high school can't get jobs, or you're going to get to the point where you're going to have a lot of homeless motherfuckers that's in their 70s because the newcomers, they're kicking the old people out. So you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have a huge dynamic on both sides. You're gonna have, like I said, a whole bunch of you're gonna have a whole bunch of homeless old people, or you're gonna have a whole bunch of disgruntled young people because they can't get the jobs because your ass
Yeah.
ain't retiring.
Yep. The old people locking it in. They ain't trying to let shit go.
Yeah, that's how it is in the
The Senate.
not even that the automotive. You got all these people that's doing the 40 and out or 35 and out.
What was that?
The automotive industry,
Oh,
GM.
okay.
You got a lot of
Oh.
motherfuckers who aren't leaving those.
Yeah.
Or retiring. So you got motherfuckers like us in our age dynamic that's trying to get in those type of jobs, but they're all
Mm-hmm.
filled up.
Right.
They ain't trying to let that shit go because for one,
Nah.
pensions are gone now. I mean, I don't know about
Yeah.
all automotive, but pensions was a big thing that they
I was
done away
hearing
with.
about that.
So motherfuckers are scared to retire. My dad is 67 and he's still fucking working.
Mm.
And he's afraid to retire because Social Security ain't enough.
Right.
Yeah, your Social
So
Security be bullshit now.
yeah, so like you need if you're a single person trying to live, you need at least $4,000 a month just to cover your bills. And I'm saying that only because I live in a household with someone, and our bills equate to 36 as a homeowner, and that's not
Right.
including groceries. That's not
Mm-hmm.
including gas. That's not including the miscellaneous stuff. That's
Yeah.
literally just a house over your head and food on the table.
Right.
So I mean, you talking about somebody that's in their 60s. Talking about they had to literally go to a nursing or not nursing home, living facility because that's the only thing that their Social Security can afford. But
Yeah.
then if you do this retirement age to 77, where the fuck they gonna go?
Yeah.
The nursing homes ain't gonna be there, or retirement homes ain't gonna be there. It's gonna be filled the fuck up.
Yeah, this is one of those things where there's numerous different kind of things that factors that affect it and change it. That's why everyone's kind of concerned about the birth rate, because if you look in Asian countries like Korea and Japan, the birth rate is stagnant. It's going down. Um, their previous prime minister of Japan, what was his name? His last name's Abe. He was killed last year, I think. Anyways, his big thing that he ran on was changing the birth rate. Getting young people to have kids, because the problem that Japan is going to be having in the near future is they have people living longer. They have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of old people. They don't have enough young people. So you're going to have this thing that will inevitably happen where you're going to have all these old people with no one to take care of them, you know.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have whatever workforce you have trying to take care of all these old people. So
You
they are
gotta have old
really,
people take care of old people.
yeah, they're really trying to get this push of, hey, young people, you need to start having kids, and even being more accepting of foreigners coming in and moving
Yeah, I was
there.
about to say
You know,
that. I know a lot of places do the incentives. If you say you're gonna live over here for 5 or 10 years, we give you X amount of money.
yeah,
You know, this type of home you can stay out of. You know, yada 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 type stuff. I got a feeling that they might be in that little
yeah,
boat soon too.
yeah,
And then
but
you
So they,
gotta raise this wage, man. Like this is
yeah,
unlivable wages. Like the people who's making all these laws, and like that lady who said, "Oh, retirement age should be 77." These are motherfuckers who are already having six-figure positions. They're
mm-hmm.
talking to people who's barely making $15 an hour. Like
do,
they
do
already got their savings and their children's savings.
yeah, do you know who said this? Like,
It's gonna
I'll
be
look
too
it up.
far gone,
okay.
but
Well, no, the only reason I'm asking is because this could be like, it could be an entirely unbiased thing. Like, because I agree. Like, I feel like, yeah, she's right. Like, it is getting to that point where older people are going to have to be working longer.
Oh, she was saying minimum age of Social Security is going to 70, 75, or even 80 in some cases type shit.
hmm.
But she said she was going to cut Medicare into like to levels where it's no longer to be recognizable.
Yeah, that's not good,
And
Haley.
Yeah,
nah,
that's gonna fuck a lot. Shit.
Yeah, you're
My
talking
mom on
people.
that shit, so
Yeah,
she can't
you're,
work obviously.
mm,
So
yeah, you're talking about people that can't work, that physically can't get a paycheck. Honestly, this is one of the things that Andrew Yang, when he ran in 2016, one of the things he talked about was a universal basic income, where, but his reasoning was because of automation and artificial intelligence. Eventually, you're not going to have a lot of people doing jobs because robots will be able to do it. And the
hmm.
idea was, if you have universal base, eventually we'll get to the point where you'll have so many people not working that you will need to give them money from the government,
I
to
heard about that.
pay for things. And the idea was universal basic income. And he tried it with I want to say it was like 12 families. He would give them like $1,000 a month. And they were like, yeah, it was great. We were able to put money away for savings. We were able to, you know, take care of stuff that we needed to. Otherwise we wouldn't have. And I think, yeah, like it's one of those things where these old people in Congress and, in the White House, it's like, you need to put up or shut up, like, will you change it, or is it just going to be we'll worry about it next time, and then you just kick the can.
Right, they see that. I think we talked about this before. Like they so old that they ain't gonna be here long enough to even see what the fuck policies that they set place. They're
Right.
fucking
Mm-hmm.
our ages up. Like this motherfucker that's 52. By the time some shit really get running, she gonna be that 70-year-old person. Like I said, she already making six figures, presumably. So she ain't gonna have to worry about, oh, I can just retire now. She ain't gotta worry about that shit. It's the people like us, the working class, that's gonna have to suffer for that shit. Like you talk about, all right, yeah, we living longer, but the quality of health ain't gonna be that good either. Like America is not a part of that fucking class of people that's active. So you're gonna have a lot of fat ass or malnourished Asian motherfuckers still talking about trying to work. I see this shit every day at my job. I'm an exercise physiologist. I see this shit. You either got motherfuckers that's 400 pounds, that's 5'2", or you got motherfuckers that's 90 pounds. And you talk about having them work until they're 80? Like that shit don't make no sense. they can barely get off the fucking wheelchair. Like you talking about people who really can't do shit. They're not excluded out of this shit. They still got to get pay their bills too. They ain't just in no nursing home free. And nursing homes cost thousands of fucking dollars. I don't even know how their insurance paying for that shit.
New investments. Buy a house. Flip that bitch to a nursing home.
And you can't even buy no house right now. This shit costs too much.
Yeah.
The house, they talk about the housing market, wait for the housing market to crash. When is that shit gonna crash? And then it's gonna get so high to the point where it's gonna crash. It's gonna be to this point. Like just for how I feel that a $200,000 house gonna eventually be $600,000. That's a big ass number, but you're gonna get to this point where it's $600,000. Then it's like, oh, the housing market crashed, and then it's back down to $300,000. It's still high as fuck, but our wages ain't catching up to that shit. So what the fuck are you looking at? You was not, and then I ain't gonna get on it. I was about to get on the different the different side, but then you got motherfuckers who expect men to take care of them.
God damn!
I ain't said what, but because it could be either or, whatever floats your boat. But you got motherfuckers who expect to be living in a situation where the man or the breadwinner is taking care of everything by themselves. That shit is impossible. Unless you're a motherfucking Twitch star and you making 6 figures. It's impossible.
But, so what Per's saying is download OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying? Put your feet on there on Feet Finder. Yeah. You know, do whatever you got to do to make that money, y'all.
And stop buying these coffees from Starbucks. Then you'd be able to buy a house. You guys are irresponsible with your money.
But then that $20, but then you got to think about that $20 that's extra going to go on some other bullshit.
Yeah. Is it really worth it? Buying that $7 pack of feet pics on OnlyFans? Or how about a house? Think about this, guys.
You making somebody some money.
Yeah.
Or what should happen is that we should put our Cash App on this motherfucking thing, and everybody in the world give somebody $1. It's 6 billion people. Or
No. Fuck that. House is temporary. Feet pics are forever, guys.
Forever.
Keep spending on OnlyFans.
Hey, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we got to get going, guys. Let's wrap it up. This has been Off the Top with Eric, Paris, and Red. I'm one of your hosts, Eric, and joining me tonight, Warrior.
Point P.
That's your boy, Red. Detroit versus everybody, baby.
Yep, Detroit versus everybody. We will talk to you guys next week. Celebrate this Lions win. Don't get too lit. Take the day off if you have to. Do not drink and drive. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.